Hello and welcome to another part of this chapter, graph theory. In the previous two parts of this chapter, we have considered incidence matrix. Now in this part, we shall consider adjacency matrix for undirected graph. Actually, we shall show that a non-directed graph or undirected graph can be expressed by another type of matrix which will be called adjacency matrix. So suppose G be a non-directed graph or undirected graph where the edges are non-directed, and we assume that the graph has n number of vertices and m number of edges. The graph may or may not contain parallel edges or loop. So let G be the graph which has n number of vertices and m number of edges. Then the adjacency matrix will be denoted by capital AG, the adjacency matrix of the graph G, and it is the elements will be called Aij, and actually this is a square matrix, n cross n matrix, where n is the number of vertices. So adjacency matrix of a graph is a n cross n matrix where the elements Aij are defined as, we shall put Aij equal to k if there exist k edges between ith vertex and jth vertex. So we shall put Aij equal to k if there exist k edges between the ith vertex and jth vertex. That means this matrix can be found if there are parallel edges. If there is only one edge between two vertices, ith vertex and jth vertex, then we shall put Aij equal to 1. Otherwise, we shall put 0 if there is no edge between ith vertex and jth vertex. So this is the definition of adjacency matrix for non-directed graph. We shall put Aij equal to k if there exist k edges between the ith vertex and the jth vertex. If there is only one edge, then we shall put 1. If there are two edges, we shall put 2. And Aij equal to 0 if there is no edge between the ith vertex and jth vertex. Now this matrix can be found if the graph contains a self loop also. If a graph contains a self loop starting from the ith vertex to ith vertex, then we shall put Ai equal to 1. Now we shall consider one non-directed graph and we shall find the adjacency matrix of that graph. Let us consider this non-directed graph. This graph has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vertices and some number of edges. Actually the graph contains two parallel edges and also the graph contains a self loop. So we shall find the corresponding adjacency matrix from this graph. We know that adjacency matrix is a square matrix which is a n cross n matrix where n is the number of vertices. Now here we find that there are 5 vertices. So the adjacency matrix will be a 5 cross 5 matrix. Before we find the adjacency matrix, we first level the vertices. Now in this case, when we find the adjacency matrix, we just need to level only the vertices. No need to level the edges. So we level the vertices as V1, V2, V3, V4 and V5. Since we know that adjacency matrix is a 5 cross 5 matrix, so let this be the adjacency matrix which has 5 rows and 5 columns. Now the rule is that we shall put Aij equal to k if there are k edges between ith vertex and jth vertex. Now we are starting from this element. That means let us find whether there is any edge between V1 to V1. That means we have to find whether there is any self loop between V1 and V1. We find that there is no self loop, so we shall put 0 here. Next we find this element. That means we shall find the number of edges between V1 to V2. Here we find that there is only one edge between V1 to V2, so we shall put 1 here. Next this element. So let us find the number of edges between V1 and V3. Here we find that there is no edge between V1 and V3, so we put 0 here. Next one is this element. So let us find the number of edges between V1 to V4. We find that there is no edge between V1 to V4, so we put 0 here. And finally let us find the number of edges between V1 to V5. We find that there is only one edge between V1 to V5, so we put 1 here. Next we find this element, the number of edges between V2 and V1. We find that there is only one edge between V2 to V1, so this is 1. Next this element, V2 to V2. That means we have to find whether there is any self loop in V2. Since there is a self loop in V2, so we shall put 1 here in the place of V2, V2. Next one is V2 to V3. We find that there is only one edge between V2 to V3, so we shall put 1 here. Next from V2 to V4, we find that there is only one edge from between V2 and V4, so we shall put 1 here. And finally from V2 to V5, we find that there is no edge between V2 to V5, so we put 0. Next V3, we find that there is no edge between V1 and V3, so we put 0 here. There is only one edge between V2 and V3, we put 1 here. Now there is no self loop at V3, so we put 0 here. There is only one edge between V3 and V4, so we put 1. And there is no edge between V3 and V4. Next V4, there is no edge between V4 and V1, so we put 0 here. There is only one edge between V4 and V2, we put 1 here. There is only one edge between V4 and V3, so we put 1 here. There is no self loop at V4, so we put 0 here. Now there are two edges between V4 and V5, two parallel edges, so we put 2 here. And finally for V5, there is only one edge between V5 and V1, so we put 1. There is no edge between V5 to V2, we put 0 here. There is no edge between V5 to V3, we put 0 here. And there are two edges between V5 to V4, so we put 2 here. And finally there is no self loop at V5, so we put 0 here. So this is the required adjacency matrix of this graph. Now if we look carefully, we shall find that this is a symmetric matrix, because if there is an edge between V2 and V3, then there must be an edge between V3 and V2. So this adjacency matrix is always symmetric matrix. It is a square matrix and always it is a symmetric matrix. Also we find that if the graph contains no self loop, then all the diagonal elements are 0. If there exists a self loop, only then the corresponding diagonal element will be non-zero. So we have obtained the adjacency matrix from a non-directed graph. Next we shall learn how to find the graph when the adjacency matrix is given. Let us assume that this is the given adjacency matrix of a graph. We shall find the corresponding graph. So this is the adjacency matrix, so this is a square matrix, and from this matrix we find that the matrix has 4 rows and 4 columns. So the corresponding graph will have 4 number of vertices. So first let us label the rows and columns by the vertices. So let this is V1, V2, V3 and V4. So this is V1, V2, V3 and V4. So we shall find the corresponding graph for this adjacency matrix. Since the matrix has 4 rows or 4 columns, so the graph has 4 vertices. So let us first plot the vertices. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So let this is V1, this is V2, this is V3 and V4. So these are the vertices. Next we shall find the edges. Now from the adjacency matrix we can easily find whether the graph is directed or non-directed. If the adjacency matrix is symmetric, then the graph is non-directed graph, otherwise the graph is directed graph. From here we find that this matrix is symmetric matrix because the ijth element is equal to the jith element. So this is a symmetric matrix. If the matrix is symmetric, then the corresponding graph is non-directed. In that case, we just need to consider only the upper triangular matrix of this graph. That means we shall consider only the upper triangular part of this matrix. Using this upper triangular matrix, we can easily find the graph. Okay, consider the first element, it is 0 between V1 and V1. This element is 0, that means there is no self loop at V1. Next we consider this element 2. Here we find that the element is 2 between V1 and V2. So there are 2 edges between V1 and V2. So there are parallel edges between V1 and V2. Next one is this. Between V1 and V3 there is only one edge. So between V1 and V3 the graph has only one edge. Next between V1 and V4 it is 0. So there is no edge between V1 and V4. Next we consider this element. V2 is 0. So there is no self loop at V2. Next one is this element between V2 and V3. We find that the element is 1 between V2 and V3. So there is one edge between V2 and V3. So there is one edge between V2 and V3. Next one is this element. We find that there is one edge between V2 and V4. So there is one edge between V2 and V4. So suppose this is the required edge between V2 and V4. Next we consider this element which is 0. So there is no self loop at V3. Next we consider this element between V3 and V4. It is 0. So there is no edge between V3 and V4. Last we consider this element 1 at this diagonal point. So there is an edge between V4 and V4. That means there is one self loop at V4. So we draw this self loop at V4. So this is the required self loop. So this is the required graph corresponding to this adjacency matrix. So if the adjacency matrix is given, we can easily find the graph. If the graph is given, we can easily find the adjacency matrix. So with this we complete this part. In this part we have considered adjacency matrix for undirected graph. In the next part we shall consider adjacency matrix for directed graph. So see you in the next part. Until then, thanks for watching.